What if your home worked like your Tesla? Self-learning, self-regulating, and always one step ahead. That's exactly what Elon Musk's team is testing right now, and the results could redefine how we think about sustainable living. What if your home worked like your Tesla? Self-learning, self-regulating, and always one step ahead. That's the idea Tesla's been quietly developing for years, and in 2026, it's finally moving from prototype to reality. This new generation of Tesla smart homes doesn't just react to your environment, it predicts it. It studies your habits, your local climate, and even your vehicle's GPS data to know exactly when you're heading home. By the time you arrive, the temperature, humidity, and lighting are already set to your personal comfort zone. It's more than automation. It's prediction through precision. The system runs on the same adaptive AI core that manages Tesla's driver assist software, except instead of controlling traffic, it controls comfort. Every parameter inside the home, from airflow to surface temperature, is constantly analyzed and adjusted in real time. The goal isn't luxury, it's efficiency. Traditional HVAC systems waste up to 30% of their output due to delayed response and uneven distribution. Tesla's closed-loop sensors eliminate that lag entirely, cutting energy loss to near zero. It's the first step toward homes that think, and ones that may one day operate completely off-grid. But climate control is only the beginning. Because inside these walls lies a breakthrough that addresses one of the most expensive, overlooked problems in modern housing: moisture. And the way Tesla solved it could change how every future home is built. For years, humidity has been one of the silent enemies of modern housing. It seeps into walls, damages insulation, and triggers health issues long before homeowners realize there's a problem. Traditional homes react only after mold has appeared. Tesla's new home prevents it before it starts. Here's how. Each Tesla smart home comes equipped with a network of 12 microsensors embedded throughout the walls and ceilings. They're not simple humidity readers. They're predictive monitors adapted from Tesla's automotive sensor suite. Every few seconds, they analyze moisture levels, temperature shifts, and airflow to anticipate where condensation is likely to form. When the system detects an unusual pattern, say a 15% humidity spike from morning steam or a sudden drop in temperature during a storm, it reacts instantly. Micro-adjustments begin before any visible moisture builds up. The result: conditions for mold growth are reduced by up to 65% compared to conventional homes. And it doesn't stop there. Behind the interior walls lies a 0.22 millimeter moisture membrane, a thin adaptive layer that activates whenever humidity crosses 55%. At that threshold, the membrane generates a low-level heat field that evaporates trapped vapor in minutes, silently, and without external power. It's the same efficiency principle used in Tesla battery thermal management, now repurposed for residential comfort. In regions like Texas or Florida, where average humidity often exceeds 70%, this system prevents hundreds of potential mold hotspots every year. That's not marketing. It's field-tested data from Tesla's pilot homes, where maintenance costs dropped by more than 40% in the first year. But the real advantage goes beyond structure. Lower humidity means better respiratory health and fewer allergic reactions. Families in early test units reported reduced symptoms tied to airborne mold and dust, with medical-related expenses falling by nearly $2,000 annually. And all of this happens automatically. No filters, no devices to switch on, no reminders to set. Just a house that quietly manages its own ecosystem, 24 hours a day. Tesla's engineers call it predictive living. Because the next generation of homes won't just protect you from your environment, they'll understand it. But even the smartest walls need a solid foundation. And what Tesla has designed beneath this house might be their boldest innovation yet. One built to last 50 years without a single crack or shift. Underneath every Tesla smart home lies a foundation unlike anything the housing industry has seen before. It doesn't crack. It doesn't shift. And it's designed to last over 5 decades without a single major repair. The secret isn't stronger concrete. It's smarter engineering. Traditional foundations rely on rigid slabs that expand and contract with temperature changes, leading to stress fractures over time. Tesla's foundation replaces that with a composite flex core, a layered structure modeled after the undercarriage of a Tesla vehicle. At its center is a graphene-infused polymer sheet that flexes microscopically in response to temperature and ground movement. This tiny flexibility prevents the kind of cracks that usually appear within the first 10 years of a home's life. But that's just the beginning. Tesla engineers have integrated embedded microchannels within the foundation, thin, sealed pathways that circulate temperature-regulated air. This system keeps the base of the house at a stable 22 degrees Celsius year-round, regardless of external conditions. It's the same principle that keeps Tesla batteries efficient and stable, now applied to the literal ground beneath your feet. This foundation isn't only built to endure, it's designed to communicate. Sensors embedded throughout the base send live data to the home's AI hub, tracking micro-vibrations, ground pressure, and even seismic patterns. If the system detects abnormal movement, like soil erosion or minor tremors, it sends an alert to both the homeowner and Tesla's remote diagnostic team. The result is a house that doesn't just stand on a foundation, it thinks with it. According to internal field reports, Tesla's experimental foundations have outperformed standard concrete baselines by over 280% in long-term stress testing. And because the composite materials are fully recyclable, the environmental footprint of each build is significantly reduced. It's a vision that blends resilience with sustainability, a structure designed not just to survive the planet, but to work with it. And as impressive as this is, it's only one part of Tesla's broader plan. Because the next step isn't underground, it's above the roofline, where sunlight becomes electricity, and walls themselves begin generating power. For Tesla, the future of home energy isn't about panels, it's about surfaces. Instead of adding solar panels to a roof, the roof itself becomes the power source. They call it the solar skin, and it's not just a name. It's an entire energy system hidden in plain sight. Each Tesla home is covered with a layer of ultra-thin photovoltaic tiles, designed to look and feel like standard roofing material. But beneath that smooth finish lies a dense network of microcells, flexible, self-healing circuits capable of generating and storing energy independently. Traditional solar panels lose around 20% efficiency over their first 5 years due to heat damage and microcracks. Tesla's solar skin eliminates both problems using a self-repairing polymer layer that activates when exposed to sunlight. In other words, the more the roof works, the longer it lasts. But it's not just the roof. Tesla's engineers extended the same technology to the home's outer walls, creating a 360-degree solar envelope. Every square meter of surface area captures light, even indirect rays bouncing off nearby surfaces. That extra efficiency boosts energy yield by up to 45% compared to roof-only systems. And the energy doesn't just flow into the grid. It's stored inside a next-generation power wall, slimmer, faster, and fully integrated with the home's AI. This system predicts power demand based on your daily patterns. When you cook, charge your car, or even when your local weather shifts. If a storm is approaching, the home automatically reserves extra energy. If the grid goes down, you might not even notice. With an average output of 18 kilowatts per day, a single Tesla home can power itself and charge a Model Y without drawing from the grid at all. And when production exceeds demand, the excess feeds back into Tesla's decentralized power network, a system Elon Musk once called the invisible city. Each connected home becomes a living node in a global energy web, one that doesn't just consume power, but contributes to it. It's a bold step toward a world where electricity is no longer something you buy, it's something your home creates. But as Tesla redefines energy from the outside in, there's something happening on the inside that's even more radical. A living space that learns who you are and adapts before you even realize what you need. What if your house didn't just respond to you? What if it understood you? Inside every Tesla home lies what engineers call the adaptive living core, a system that turns architecture into intuition. It doesn't rely on endless commands or apps. Instead, it observes, learns, and adjusts silently in the background, creating an environment that feels almost alive. This is not Smart Home 2.0, it's Aware Home 1.0. Over time, the adaptive core builds a digital profile based on how you live, when you wake, how you move, the temperature you prefer, even your lighting rhythm through the day. Each motion sensor and environmental node feeds real-time data into a localized neural net, running directly on the home's edge processors, not the cloud, meaning total privacy. The core uses this information to predict your needs hours, even days, ahead. Before you wake, your room begins warming to your preferred 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Before sunset, the lights in your favorite reading corner fade to golden amber, a hue linked to reduced eye strain and improved melatonin flow. When humidity spikes, vents adjust before you notice. And when you leave for work, the entire system slips into energy save mode automatically, trimming daily consumption by up to 38%. Tesla's engineers modeled this learning behavior after their vehicle autopilot systems. The same predictive logic that helps cars anticipate turns now helps your home anticipate comfort. But it goes further than climate and lighting. The adaptive core also manages health and mood, small details that add up to something deeply human. Embedded air quality sensors track CO2 and volatile compounds, subtly adjusting airflow to keep oxygen levels optimal for focus. Soft LEDs in the hallway guide you to the kitchen at night without jarring your vision. Even the sound system adapts, amplifying white noise when it detects stress patterns in your activity based on subtle cues from your movement and speech tone. It's the invisible hand of comfort, always there, but never intrusive. And just like Tesla vehicles, the home evolves through over-the-air updates. When new optimizations are released, the house simply upgrades itself overnight. No technicians, no installations, no interruption. The result is a home that ages in reverse, smarter, calmer, and more efficient with time. For older homeowners, that means independence without sacrifice. For younger families, it means fewer distractions, fewer chores, and more time to live instead of manage. The Tesla home doesn't just automate, it adapts. And that quiet intelligence is what transforms a shelter into a living companion. Because when technology finally disappears into the background, that's when it truly feels like home. What if your home didn't just react? What if it anticipated you? Inside every Tesla home lies what engineers call the adaptive living core, a system that transforms four walls into a living, learning organism. It doesn't rely on endless apps or commands. It learns from you, your patterns, preferences, and pace, and builds a space that feels almost alive. This isn't Smart Home 2.0. This is Aware Living 1.0. Over time, the adaptive core quietly learns your daily rhythm. When you wake, the temperature you prefer, how sunlight hits your desk in the morning. Every motion sensor, every humidity node, every micro input feeds a private neural network running right inside your home, not the cloud, meaning your data never leaves the house. And that privacy powers prediction. Before you open your eyes, your room is already at the perfect 72 degrees Fahrenheit. As sunset nears, your reading corner glows with warm amber light to ease your eyes. When humidity rises, vents adjust before you even notice. When you step out the door, the home powers down on its own, cutting daily energy use by up to 38%. It's not just reacting, it's thinking ahead. Tesla adapted its autopilot logic, the same system that predicts turns and traffic, to predict human comfort. Your home becomes a living algorithm that grows more in tune with you every single day. But this intelligence isn't cold. It's deeply human. The adaptive core also reads your environment for signs of stress, CO2 levels, movement speed, voice tone. When you're anxious, it subtly shifts the lighting and sound frequencies to calm your breathing. When you're tired, it reduces blue light exposure to protect your sleep. When you're focused, it holds that balance quietly in the background. It's like having a home that cares. Every few weeks, Tesla pushes over-the-air updates that refine the core's awareness, not to control you, but to help you live better. The house becomes sharper, smoother, and more attuned with every passing day, aging in reverse, like technology that learns empathy. And that's where the real revolution begins. Because the future of housing isn't about square footage or smart gadgets. It's about trust. A house that knows you, protects you, and adapts around you, without asking. That's not convenience. That's evolution. So, ask yourself this. When your home begins to think, to feel, and to act in your best interest, is it still just a house? Or has it finally become something more? A living partner built by Tesla.